Get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all night.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back as always. Also don't forget to like, comment and share. Anyway, jumping straight into this video, as y'all can see by the title, I got asked a couple of months ago. I got a private message from a fellow YouTuber, and she asked me if I could please make a video on how I deliver quality content. Now, to me, that's a bit of a loaded statement because I don't know if my content is really I want to have faith in myself, and obviously I believe in the content that I'm making and the quality and the standard that I'm trying to make it at. I don't think I'm the best, but I am trying hard, and this comment was really sweet to me. So here I am telling you guys how I do what I do, and basically that, because the reason I decided to actually go through with making this video, I do think it can come off a bit big-headed or whatever, but that's not my intention. The reason I decided to go through with this is I remember just starting YouTube and watching all these YouTubers that were just making it, just getting monetized, things like that. I remember commenting on one YouTuber's post saying, do you have any advice for someone starting out? And she never responded or anything, and a few videos later, I don't know if someone else asked the same question or if people were harassing her for the same question, but she literally went on a video and said, don't ask me for advice, just make your content and put it out there. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up, because I don't agree with that, because at the end of the day, it's not just about making content, it's the type of content you make and who your target audience is. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all doing this because we love it, but you can't just go out and make content. There's different aspects. There is advice you can give to help people. So in any way, I was annoyed by that, but this was 2 years ago or something. But I figured that I'm not gonna be that YouTuber that's don't ask me. I'm gonna tell you guys what I can, and if it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Don't use it. I don't know. Anyway, so the first thing is the girl was asking me what do I record on, what apps do I use, things like that. So when I started YouTube, I was recording on a borrowed camera. I borrowed it from my mother-in-law. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll insert the type of camera it was. I lent that at first. I was recording on that. Then the one Christmas I got a new iPhone. It was the iPhone SE, so I recorded on that. And recently that phone broke, and I now got the iPhone 13. So that's what I'm recording on right now. I am very, very happy with the iPhone 13's quality. So if you're considering getting it or recording on it, highly recommend. It's been fantastic. Even editing and everything has been so much easier on this phone. So yes. Why did I switch from camera to phone? It was basically for the sole purpose that when I started, so obviously my husband is a graphic designer and he was helping me to edit my videos and things like that, but it kind of made me feel a bit disconnected from my content. I felt like it was something that I needed to edit so that I could learn myself. So I tried editing myself on the computer and stuff, and it was just very complicated in the beginning. So when I switched to the phone, I started using iMovie, which is just an app that came with the iPhone. I didn't download it, I didn't research it, I just started using iMovie because it was there, it was easy to use, it was simple, and that's what I've been editing on ever since. So I definitely recommend to edit your videos yourselves if you do have someone that can help you. I still feel that the moment I started editing my videos myself, I started to learn where I could actually improve on the actual recording part of it, where I could like really make a difference, like where could I do transitions in the like raw footage that would make the editing easier. So editing it myself really made a big difference for me. Also with my thumbnails, I started making them on I made them on my husband's iPad, and he has a app there called Procreate, and in one of my previous videos I did kind of give a short clip of how I do it, but I use his iPad and I just take a bunch of pictures and I just put it all together on Procreate. So that's what I've been using to do my thumbnails. I basically taught myself how to use it, and honestly it's super easy for me now. I can do a thumbnail in like 10 minutes. So that's what I've been using for that. I actually got called out by one of my friend YouTubers for my thumbnails, because in the beginning I was just doing like a blank background with like me, and she was like, girl, this is like kind of boring, like you need to like spice it up. And I'm so glad she did, because I started spicing it up with Vlogmas and people really liked it. So I continued after that to just kind of keep trying to improve them where I can. So I'm doing something that I feel is true to my style with my thumbnails, but I still feel like it's a lot more interesting to look at now. So that's that. And then in regards to filming, like things that I feel like I think is very important is what you do with your raw footage. So if you do a really good job of securing the quality when you like record the video, it'll make your editing a lot easier and you'll be able to edit a lot faster. So the first thing is to like make sure your lighting is like on point, and this doesn't mean going and buying fancy lights. Right now I've got a mirror on the side with that has lights in it working, and I've got a window in front of me. I am literally just basically taking advantage of natural light, because that will be like your best friend when you're filming. So if you can sit in front of a big window or just in a room that is a lot of light flowing into it, it will change your quality like dramatically. If you can get a ring light, get a ring light. They're not that expensive. You can find fairly affordable ones. I had one in the beginning, but I didn't really like it, and even from the start I just made sure I sat in front of a window, because I felt like the natural light gave such a better quality of video than any sort of other lighting for now. But yeah, that's if you have that. I also think that's your like cheapest option, is just to do it outside or to do it somewhere where there's a lot of lighting. I think that will help improve your videos a lot. Then the next thing is, there's a fellow YouTuber that gave me some really good advice, Brian Olsen. I will link his YouTube channel down below. He gave me some really good advice that said sound over picture, and basically it means that if your picture quality is not the best but still okay, just make sure that your sound quality is on point, because people are more likely to listen to your video than to watch it. If they can't hear what you're saying and they're like then they're not going to be interested in watching your video. So sound is important. Make sure they can hear you clearly. So that was really good advice. I tried to stick to that as much as possible. And then basically just enjoy, sorry, I have my notes done, yeah. Basically just enjoy the content that you're making. To me, it's very important that I make content that I would want to watch. So things that I'm interested in, lifestyle advice, food, things like that. That's stuff that I would love to watch, and I love to watch my own videos. I don't watch to give myself views or anything. I like literally love watching my videos because I'm making content that I love to watch, if that makes sense. My kids love watching the videos that have them in it. They just love watching themselves and things like that, and like it's such great memories, and just have them there forever, you know. But at the end of the day, if I've learned anything, is that whatever you put on the internet is what you want people to see, and it's not always what's really happening, and people can easily misinterpret that, but it's still for you. So if you keep making what you want to see, that's all that matters. And the more you enjoy the content, the more other people like feed off that, you know, and they will enjoy it too. So that was always important to me. Then just keep pushing. Like, I don't know, one thing I've learned is like the more content you put out there, the more chances you're gonna get to find different people that'll be interested. You know, obviously you don't want to jump from like golfing to makeup, like you're not gonna have a selected target audience. But if you're doing lifestyle, it doesn't mean you have to like specifically stick into that vlog box. You can do your lifestyle, you can do makeup, you can do food within that niche. So whatever your niche is, you can play around with whatever's in it, you know. So that's why my videos can vary from travel to everyday life to boring things to makeup to food to taste tests to whatever, because I choose to just stay in a broadened niche and not just like something dead on specific that I can't have content for all the time. So allow yourself to be open and experiment and see what videos work and what don't work for you. Just because a video doesn't get views doesn't mean it's not good for you. If you still enjoyed making that video, then you make that video. The right people will find you, and that's what you have to remember. And then the other thing is that I always watch my videos and I go back to older videos to see how have I improved in terms of filming, and what can I do to still be better. So if I watch one of my previous videos and I'm like, I can do that better in the next video, you know, that's what I do. Or if I go back and I'm like, can you see in that video I did that, but I actually bettered it a few months later in a following video, now I have to better that video. So just keep bettering yourself, watch your content, but watch it with like a critical eye, you know. Watch to say like, okay, where can I do better, and go out and just try. You're not gonna know unless you try. So those are my like main tips on filming. And then I just basically want to say that like YouTube can be like really frustrating. Like honestly, hearing someone tell me that I have really quality content, and I've heard this now from a couple of people, and hearing that people really enjoy my content and yet my subscriber count is still like taking its own damn time to like get anywhere, you know what I mean? It's frustrating because I'm like, if I am really putting out this good content, then why am I growing so slowly? But the truth is that I'm not doing this for anybody else. I am not in a race with anyone. This is a marathon, you know, not a sprint. So take your time and allow yourself to grow at your own pace. It's hard. Like I am so in my head, like I overthink everything. The moment I lose a subscriber, I'm like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? But it's got nothing to even do with that. Like I just have to like recenter myself and just keep making the content that I enjoy, and that's what I'm doing. You know, like there's so many videos that say like, oh, by 100 videos it will tell you like, you know, if you're gonna make it or not. Who cares? Who cares? You know, as long as you are enjoying your content, you have a passion for what you're doing, and you love putting out what you're putting out, it doesn't matter how long it takes, you know what I mean? So for me personally, yeah, we all want to get famous fast. We all want to make that money from YouTube, because who doesn't want to make money from what they love to do? But at the end of the day, just take your time, like let it happen when it's meant to happen, you know, and focus more on what you're putting out there. Focus more on your content. Enjoy the content. To me, that is like the main priority. If you're not enjoying your content, like what are you even doing? You need to enjoy what you're putting out there. And like, and another thing I realized, like a while back, quite a while back, but I was looking at my subscribers, and I think it was like on 200 and something, like 220 or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, like so little, like 220. But then if you really sit down and think about it, like, do you even know 220 people? Like, can you honestly name 220 people in your life right now? It's a lot of people. Like 220 is a lot of people. 150 is a lot of people, you know what I mean? Just because it's not 1,000 and you're still far from getting monetized doesn't mean that the fans that you currently have is a few, because you have hundreds of people watching your content, which means there are hundreds of people enjoying your stuff, and that's not even counting the people that watch and don't subscribe. So it doesn't matter. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing, keep like trying to better yourself. Make sure your lighting's good, your sound is good, and yeah, you do not need the most expensive equipment to make the best videos. I don't agree with that. Yeah, having the iPhone 13 is great, it works great for me, but I was doing just fine with the SE and with the borrowed camera that I was using it before too. Like, yeah, I'm trying to improve, but I had no problem using those things, you know what I mean? Take what you have and just like do what you can to better with what you've got. You don't have to go and spend hundreds of getting fancy tripods, fancy lights, what. If you can, do you, boo. But if you can't, like, work with what you've got and make it work for you, you know what I mean? But anyway, I could ramble on about this all day, so let me go. That's basically all my tips for how I make quality content. I'm doing this because it still feels super weird for me to say that about myself. But in any case, that's how I do it, and this is everything that I'm using and working on, and I hope to only get better. So yeah, I'll hope this video helps somebody. Even if it helps just one person, it'll make me happy. But in any case, I'm leaving. I'm going. Peace. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the amazing support. We might be growing slowly, but we are definitely growing, and I love each and every one of my subscribers. So if you're not one, join now. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye.